we'll look at how to install our Xubuntu virtual machine and run it using VirtualBox. So there will be a link provided under this video that would link to the download. So first we'll download the OVA file. Don't worry about the virus warning. So once you have downloaded the virtual machine OVA file, I've kept it here, and we will be able to navigate to that file using VirtualBox. So we'll say File, Import Appliance, press this little box here to choose that file, and it takes us directly to where I've located. You may have to navigate it on your machine. I'm going to select this file, open, and then press the next button on the bottom, say import. And you might have to wait a little while, so we'll come back here. So this machine shows up here inside VirtualBox. All we need to do is to either double click it here, or we can press this start button to launch it. You can see it is launching. So there are some prerequisites. You must have VirtualBox. Make sure that the extensions file that you downloaded for the VirtualBox is exactly the same version. And then when the machine boots up, we'll want to make sure that guest editions are also appropriate for this version of VirtualBox. So here we go. This is a CD that is guest edition. You have to update it. You have to go to devices and say insert guest editions CD image. So once that CD appears, you can double click it, open a terminal window at that location, and then run sudo vbox linux editions.run. Provide your password. It should install the compatible version of guest editions into your folder. If you're facing some networking or USB related or screen related issues, it means that you have to update your guest editions here. And there we go. Little introduction to this machine. We have Wireshark if you're a networking person and want to look at networks. We have Eclipse for C++ here. We have Eclipse for Java here. We have PipeCharm right here. And we have CodeLight shortcut on the top. You can get all Linux commands from here that you would want to look at. So all applications here, settings for systems are here, and sometimes you have to go to system settings, and they're all located here. Task Manager, you're familiar with that name in Windows, is right here. We don't have Office applications in this but you can install it if you wish. If you want to make this a full-blown Linux machine, you would have to increase the size of the hard drive as well. So let's look at some of the settings that you can change in VirtualBox for this virtual machine that we just installed in it. These are the general settings. You don't have to change anything usually. Usually you want to keep it to bidirectional, so you can share the clipboard between your host machine and the VirtualBox. If you have security concerns, you want to disable it. And similarly with drag and drop. You go to systems, IBSCC, I've disabled the floppy. This optical drive is needed to the ISO file for guest editions. If you look at processor, at the moment only one CPU is allocated. If you want to run it faster, you can move it to 2 CPUs here. Go to display. You may want to have a minimum, as you can see the display memory is 16 megabits. I usually like to keep it at around 32 at least. So you can increase it to 64 if you like. When you go to storage, you can see this is the virtual drive. At the moment, the actual space is about 9 gigabytes. It can increase up to 20. And this is the guest editions CD that came with the installation, and you can remove it from here if you like. If you want to share folders, you can do it through this mechanism. So you go here and click select other, and then you can share the folder that you want to share on your host machine. Right here, you may want to do auto mount. You want to do read only, you can leave this empty. It will automatically name it. Once you go into the machine, say OK. There's a complete thing I did in my course on this topic where I show you how to do the shared folders. And let's start it again. And here we go. Please do give us feedback of what you want to see, what other types of virtual machines you're interested in, and hopefully in future we can support you. Send us an email at feedback@edu2earn.com. Happy virtual machining. Bye-bye.